What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, this is great boxing talk right here. Great boxing talk, right? Let's get away from the drama and let's talk about boxing, right? So, shouts out to Naji, shouts out to Cigar Talk. Go check out Naji, go check out Cigar Talk. With that said, Naji and undefeated two-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight world champion, and now former WBC junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney. 31 wins, no losses, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. As you see here, Devin Haney and Naji from Cigar Talk, they make a bold statement. And they state that should the pound-for-pound king, who I picked to win, the pound-for-pound king, undefeated 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, and reigning WBA junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Terrence Bud Crawford, first ballot future Hall of Famer. Terrence Crawford, 41 wins, no losses, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He is 37 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. Should Terrence Bud Crawford, in his mega super fight that's coming up in September against 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, former undisputed super middleweight world champion, yet still the reigning unified super middleweight world champion, superstar, first ballot Hall of Famer, cash cow and one of the faces of the sport of boxing, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Saul Canelo Alvarez is 62 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He'll be 35 years of age. He's 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. He competes at 168. Canelo Alvarez in May more than likely is going to face off against William Skull, the undefeated IBF super middleweight champion, who got that IBF title because Canelo got stripped and he was Canelo's mandatory. Canelo fights him. That makes Canelo 2-time undisputed champion, right? And then we get the super fight between Canelo and Terrence Crawford. They made the statement, as you see there, that if Canelo Alvarez gets beat by Terrence Crawford, this undoubtedly, no argument, no debate, makes Terrence Crawford top 5 best fighters ever, with no debate, right? And I have to push back. Now, keep in mind, I was the first one, and you can check the receipts, even Terrence Crawford and his team didn't fancy him fighting Canelo Alvarez, let alone beating him. I told Terrence Crawford's team, Burning the Box, to go check the receipts, that Terrence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez before he even fought Sean Porter and Errol Spence. I said that Terrence Crawford's style, he can beat Canelo Alvarez. And Burning the Box said, Blue, you're going too far. Check the receipts. Terrence Crawford said they make weight classes for a reason. Canelo's too big. No. I said that Terrence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. He has the skill set, the talent, the ring IQ, the style, and the greatness to beat Canelo Alvarez. And now Terrence Crawford, as he dominated Errol Spence and moving up in weight, he understands that he can beat Canelo Alvarez as well, and so does his team, and a lot of other people are getting on board. With that said, is he going to be top 5 greatest fighters in history? I have to push back. Now, I do think that this undoubtedly makes him one of the greatest boxers that ever graced the squared circle. Because should Canelo Alvarez beat William Skull, he will be undisputed super middleweight champion. Terrence Crawford, Canelo won't be with no catchweight, right? So that means this would make Terrence Crawford a 5-division champion and a 3-division undisputed champion at 140, 147, and 168. That's huge. And he would be undefeated. And I'm sure at that point in time, he retires. So, where does that rank him? Does this undoubtedly place him top 5 all time? I have to say no. Reason being, the legends that I have top 5, their resume. Muhammad Ali speaks for himself in the heavyweight division. Beating George Foreman, beating Joe Frazier, beating Sonny Liston. He beat all-time greats, right? Muhammad Ali is on that top 5. I'm not ranking them 1 through 5. I'm just giving you 5 guys that I put ahead of Terrence Crawford. That's Muhammad Ali. Then I have to put Sugar Ray Leonard. He beat all-time legends in his career. Terrence Crawford has only beaten maybe 2 or 3 all-time legends in his career. He beat Errol Spence, dominated. Then he would have beaten Canelo Alvarez. All-time greats is what I'm talking about. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Wilfred Benitez. He beat Tommy Hearns. He beat Roberto Duran. He beat Marvin Hagler, right? And he's a multi-division world champion. Sugar Ray Leonard is ahead of Terrence Crawford because of his resume. Then you have to put the obvious Sugar Ray Robinson, okay, who had over 100 wins, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, before he even suffered a loss. Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest fighter who ever graced the squared circle. Then you have to put Floyd Mayweather Jr. He beat more world champions than anybody in the history of sport of boxing, becoming the most paid boxer in anybody in the history of sport of boxing. And he's a 5-division world champion and undefeated. Floyd Mayweather is ahead of Terrence Crawford. And then the great Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. beat Bernard Hopkins, James Toney so easy, it's like he didn't even beat him. And then he jumped from 175 to heavyweight. That's 25 pounds.